Home for Classic Rock 96.7 The Eagle. Good morning, it's Double T, and it's time for comedian J-Dog. J-Dog, what's happening today, buddy?
Hey, good morning, Double T. I'm glad to talk to you, man. You know, I blew it last week.
Just last week?
Thanks, man. I already get nervous for these segments, as you know.
Well, what'd you forget? What'd you miss out on?
I totally blew it. I totally forgot to give a shout out to my favorite holiday, which is Groundhog's Day.
Why is Groundhog Day your favorite holiday? That is so strange.
Groundhog's Day is my favorite holiday because it is the only holiday. Well, first of all, Bill Murray is a genius.
Oh, of course. Yeah, he's awesome.
So there's that movie. And I think that pretty much, from my experience, everybody pretty much just already lives Groundhog's Day, doing the same thing over and over and over and over. But the biggest reason why Groundhog's Day is my favorite holiday, Double T, it's the only holiday of the year that my wife does not decorate for.
Well, I got to say, I'm a little disappointed that she doesn't have a giant groundhog in the front yard or something.
Well, this might be a prairie dog or something out here in the desert. I don't know what they've got.
I mean, why does she hate Why does she hate groundhog?
Well, I mean, who decorates for Groundhog Day?
It gives me an idea for next year, though. I think I might.
That'll be the one holiday you decorate for.
Get one of those. You know how like nowadays, like people have those big giant inflatables in front of their house for holidays.
Yes.
A giant like 10-foot groundhog in front of your house for Groundhog Day. That would be amazing.
Yeah, everybody will think that I'm selling used cars.
That's the gorilla, the giant gorilla.
Right. Well, when you come from the trailer park like I do, it's the groundhog, not the gorilla. That's right. That's what I like. Some might argue that right now, like Joe Rogan would be the silverback gorilla of comedy.
Right, yeah.
I'm the silverback groundhog.
Well, I don't want you to screw up again. So we got another holiday coming up, Valentine's Day. How do you feel about that?
Oh, we do have Valentine's Day. That's another conspiracy holiday from my standpoint, completely built around commercialism because they know how much money men are going to throw away on their girlfriends and wives.
That's true.
I mean, good grief. Like, you know how I am, Double T. I don't do the chocolates and flowers Valentine's Day.
Yeah, what will you do for your wife this year?
I've been married 23 years. You got to be smart with your money these days. I'm not going to throw it away on chocolates and flowers. I'm going to invest my money where it gets me the results that I want, which means for my wife for Valentine's Day, she's getting a bottle of tequila.
Now, will you get a special kind of tequila or just your average run-of-the-mill tequila that has the screw top and you can put it in a paper bag?
Double T, after 23 years of marriage, I know the exact brands of tequila that she likes. I can't pronounce them.
Right. You know what the bottle looks like.
That's right. And the shelf is almost always at eye level. We'll just put it that way.
Now, will you go big bottle? Will you go like, the little pints? How much will you get her?
I think we're going to go a handle. I think we're going to go a handle of tequila.
It's going to be a fun Valentine's Day.
That's
at the
right.
Dog restaurant.
We're going to call it the Tuesday Night Challenge.
Now, your youngest son, how old's your youngest son?
Well, now we're getting a little bit personal, aren't we, Double T?
What grade?
He's in sixth grade.
So do they still do like the Valentines at school where you fill them out and you hand them to your classmates?
That's a good question. We just moved to this school, and I'm not sure what they'll do for that in junior high. If there's, I don't know. That's a good question. I'll have to report next week, right here on your show. I'm sure the listeners are anxiously awaiting what the Henderson, Nevada middle schoolers do for Valentine's Day.
Well, right now it's time for Bar Comedy USA News. Live from the news desk, it's comedian Jared Dog.
Well, thank you, Double T, for the amazing introduction. And going off of Valentine's Day, I would say that comedy is great for relationships. And in bar comedy news this week, we have about a dozen or more shows happening just with Valentine's themes. They're mostly sold out because it is a good idea to take your wife or girlfriend out for a date night, get her laughing.
Yeah, it's always fun to go out and laugh and enjoy yourself. And usually, for Valentine's comedy, they have like dinner packages and everything, so you can make a whole evening of it. So, what kind of comedy shows are out there for people to check out?
Well, we've got I bring the Pub and Grub Comedy Tour to the nooks and crannies of the country. And so we've got shows happening in Wisconsin, Illinois, New York, Connecticut, Indiana, Iowa, Minnesota, Nebraska, Michigan. I mean, it's going crazy right now. And like we talked about before, it's also the time of year where you probably got a little bit of cabin fever, especially there in the Midwest where it snows all the time. So it's either take your wife out for Valentine's Day this weekend, take her to a comedy show, get her laughing, or your choice is stay in, get her drunk, or your choice is kill each other.
Well, the other thing cool, what I like about Valentine's Day, because obviously Valentine's Day is on February 14th, and, only every so many years is it on a weekend, but it seems like a lot of places set it up so you can go out like this Saturday and go out and have a good time. So even though the official date is on the 14th, you can make a night of it and make yourself look good in front of your significant other by going out on the Saturday night instead of like saying, hey, you want to go out on a Wednesday or Tuesday or something?
That's right. That's a good point, Double T. You make it happen on Saturday night, and then on the Tuesday night, you deliver the encore performance. Double T, it's a great idea. Just keep them laughing. Comedy is fantastic because if you're not laughing in your relationship, you're probably not doing something else either.
That is true. I do have a big question about, so you're going out celebrating Valentine's Day with your wife, going to a comedy show. Where should you sit in the room if you have a choice?
Where should you sit in the room
because,
if you have a choice?
If you sit up front, there is the chance, depending on what kind of comedian it is, that you're going to be picked out and picked on.
Well, that's what they say. Absolutely. There is a chance of that happening. And what I feel like is that many times there are people that want to go out to the shows to participate. And if that's you, sit in the front. But 100% of people who heckle comedians probably are not going to get the end result of Valentine's Day. They ain't getting laid that night. Like, if you really want to impress your woman, you don't go, you wouldn't go challenge Conor McGregor to a UFC fight.
Oh, God, no.
Right. Why would you want to take on a national touring headliner comedian in a battle of wits? Unless you want to be humiliated in front of your woman.
No, and that's the last thing you want to do because you're trying to impress her by taking her out for a nice evening, right?
That's right. And keep in mind what the end goal ultimately is. So I guess it's a good question, Double T. If you do go out to a comedy show, where should you sit given a choice? And my answer to that would be as closest to the bar as possible.
It's Bar Comedy USA News with comedian Jared Dog. Well, you talked a little bit about, what you got going on. Anything nearby Rockford that people might want to check out?
Yeah, this weekend, as a matter of fact, it's a little bit of a drive. But you can head to Eureka, Illinois. Talk about the nooks and crannies. And they are going to be doing a special show with one of my favorite comedians that I started out with many, many years ago. And he's even been on your show, Double T, Daryl Moon. And he's going to be doing a special Valentine's Day show there as his character, the 1970s game show host, Bink Winkleton. And they're going to be doing like sort of a special impromptu version of the Newlywed Game.
That is awesome. Where can people find info about Bar Comedy USA and all the good news that you got and all the good shows?
BarComedyUSA.com, BarComicTix.com, and stay tuned for every week with you right here on the Eagle.
Awesome. It's comedian Jared Dog on Rockford's Home for Classic Rock 96.7 The Eagle. Cool, man. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, Double T.
Anything else exciting going on in your world?